if that's okay. Great. I'll try and keep quiet and not disturb you. You seem to be thinking a lot.
You making fun of me, Runt?
Me? No, I wouldn't want to make fun of such an obviously big, tough, very big guy like yourself.
You're not a pansy, are you?
Pansy? No, not me. I love football. Hey, how about them Giants, huh?
I hate the Giants.
Oh, I should have seen that coming, shouldn't I?
This is the first time you've been in prison, isn't it?
No, first time, not me, huh? How could you tell?
You're nervous. Real nervous. First time a guy goes into the slammer, all he can think about is his expectations.
About what?
Like when he thinks about bending over the sink for the first time.
Disappoint me?
Don't worry, I will.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not into that.
Oh, thank God. So, I know this is going to sound like a stupid question, but I sort of feel obligated to ask.
What am I in for?
Yeah! How'd you know I was going to ask that?
I've heard it before. Hell, I've even asked it. But go ahead. Knowing your types, you won't really feel like you've been in jail until you do.
Oh, okay. What are you in for?
Breaking and entering.
Oh, hey, that's not so bad.
Theft.
Oh, well.
Assault and battery.
Really?
Manslaughter.
Anything else?
Yeah.
What?
Resisting arrest and double parking.
I'm nervous again.
Hey, don't be a wimp. I ain't gonna do anything to you. You're a fellow con now. We're like on the same team, you know what I mean?
Oh, I feel a great weight lifted from my shoulders.
You religious?
I am now.
Well, cut it out, I ain't. Hey, don't worry about it. It was all in self-defense anyway.
The assault and battery?
My old lady was coming at me with a cleaver.
The manslaughter?
The guy she was with was laughing at me. So I slapped my old lady, and when she was out cold, I took the cleaver and lopped his head off.
Theft?
It was the next-door neighbor's cleaver. That's who she was in bed with.
And the breaking and entering, how is that in self-defense?
She wouldn't let me in the house, and I didn't have a key.
Well, why not?
It wasn't my house, stupid.
Oh, so how was it self-defense? I mean, who did you have to defend yourself against?
The cops. I was trying to get away from them.
For what?
Armed robbery.
Well, I'm gonna be sick.
Come on. You haven't even asked about the resisting arrest and the double parking.
I think I can figure that much out.
Okay, guess.
Well, you probably double parked out in the street and you hurried to get into the house, and when the cops tried to arrest you, you resisted.
Hey, you're pretty smart for a wimp.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, now it's my turn. What are you in for?
Trust me, it's nowhere near as colorful as the story you just told. You don't want to hear it.
What, break a tradition of criminals everywhere? Come on. What are you in for? Safe cracker? Mass murdering? What?
Oh, well, it's actually a pretty long story.
I got time. 15 years, most likely.
Okay. I recently got this electric hair clipper as a birthday gift.
Hey, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks. So anyway, it broke, you know, and the little teeth thing wouldn't stay in. It kept popping out, so I take it back to the department store where the person who bought it from me got the damn thing, and I'm at the complaint counter, and I tell them I want to return it, and they say they can't do that without a receipt. And they won't hear it. I mean, I just tell them, look, it's very simple. All I want to do is exchange this for another one. I don't want my money back or anything like that. But, you know, all I'm getting is this whole store policy routine. I'm sorry, store policy states that no item may be returned for refund without a receipt. Well, you know, I don't have a receipt. It was a birthday present. I don't want a refund. I just want to exchange it for one that works. You know, well, by now she's just ignoring me. We're trying to help the next person in line. So I start stomping my feet, and I'm yelling for the manager. The guy comes out. You know the type. He's like in a three-piece suit, looking like he's an institution in that store. Ow. Which he probably is, because there isn't a person in the entire chain that he hasn't either stepped on or brown-nosed. And in 2.5 more years, his pension comes due, and he can't wait for the day. So he's like, he's biding his time. He just want to look at this guy, and I can tell I'm just another gnat. He's going to have to swat on his way to that day. So I'm not going to get anywhere with him. So I explain the whole thing over to him anyway, and I get the same store policy routine, and I've had it by this time, and I start appealing to the crowd waiting online, and they start chanting, refund, refund, until the whole room is yelling, and you can't even hear my voice above the din. I'm just standing there shouting, it's a lousy $40 hair trimmer. I don't want my money back, I just want to exchange it for one that works. But nobody, I mean, nobody's listening to me. And then the crowd is chanting, and they're almost ready to riot, and the counter people are ignoring everybody, and the middle executive guy with the three-piece suit and the brown nose just storms off in a huff, just as the head clerk behind the complaint counter, she just throws up her hands and puts out the close sign. Pandemonium breaks out. I mean, people are throwing their broken power tools, their irregular shirts, inoperable super snackers at the clerks, and they're running for cover behind the water cooler, and the security guards storm in with their guns drawn, and all of a sudden, I feel his hand on my arm, and I look, and it's this cute blonde that was in line behind me. She looks into my eyes and says, "Wow, what ferocious manhood. Come away with me now." And all I can think of at this point is, what about my hair clipper? Are you following any of this?
Go on, I'm fascinated.
Okay, so the next thing I know, I'm running through the back halls of this department store. I'm holding on for dear life to the hand of this blonde with a whole battalion of Pavlov security guards dogging my heels, just waiting to get a bead on me with their mothball-scented 38s. And we break through a side fire exit, setting off the alarm. Yeah, that never works any other time, you know. And she practically throws me into this little red Miata. She peels out of the parking lot, out on the highway. We're bobbing and weaving and trying to lose the amber flashing lights behind us to tell me the security guards are still on our tail. She's driving like a demon, a bat out of hell. Onto the interstate, down past a few exits, and then we stop. She grabs my arm and she pulls me out of the car and says, "We're here!" And I'm like, I'm still dazed from the ride and looking around and I'm thinking, huh? We're here already? You live that close? But I don't see an apartment, right? She's still got my hand and she's dragging me up the side of this concrete embankment under an overpass on the highway. "You've got to be kidding," I tell her. But she's serious, all right. We get to the top of the slope and she throws me down and she starts ripping off my shirt and she's straddling me and I'm telling you, no, not up here. I mean, we're underneath an overpass looking out on 280 goddamn 7, you know. And then she's kissing me all over my face and neck through her clenched teeth. I can hear her hissing, now, I want you now. So she moves back and starts tugging my pants, trying to unfasten my belt, and I'm trying to get away, and I'm thinking, my God, the $7 an hour geezers with the guns, the security guards have got to be safer than this. And just as she pulls really hard on my pants, and they go down to my knees, and they trip me up, and I'm rolling down the side of the embankment. Suddenly I'm out into traffic, and the cars are swerving and skidding, and 5 cars pile up, and one of them's a trooper. So I'm trying to get my pants up, the trooper's getting out, and they grab me, and they throw me into the back of another black and white car, and I'm whisked away to here. And you know what they charged me with? Causing a riot, indecent exposure.
What?
Failure to yield! As far as I know, they didn't even talk to the blonde with the Miata. So here I am, stuck in a cell with no personal possessions except a lousy broken hair trimmer because all my belongings fell out on the highway, telling my problems to a jilted killer named
Bubba.
Bubba? You really named Bubba?
That's what my mom and dad told me.
Huh? Well, look, Bubba, thanks for listening to me go off like that. I really needed it.
And
I'm sorry about calling you a killer.
no problem, man.
Thanks. My name's Alfred. Alfred Klein.
Pleased to meet you, Alfred.
Oh.
Klein! Come on, you made bail. You're out of here.
Hey, thanks, officer. Well, looks like I'm a free man. You know, Bubba, you're not a bad guy, you know?
Thanks.
Well, yeah. Thanks. Good luck.
You too, Alfred.
Sure.
Not a bad little guy, you know, for a runt.
Oh, forgot to mention, Bubba, you're out of here too. You made bail. You know, this is the second time I've seen you in here. Don't let it happen again.
Don't worry, officer. It won't. Next time I'll pay those parking tickets.
Good.
Hey, Alfred, wait up.